In the wild heart of Kenya, nature reveals itself in its rawest and most unforgiving form. Across endless savannas, unpredictable rivers, and sun-scorched plains, life persists through an unending struggle for survival. Every dawn presents a new trial, and every dusk leaves behind the marks of encounters that have shaped destinies. In this untamed world, the line between predator and prey is razor thin. A moment's lapse in attention can reverse roles. A single delayed decision can change everything. Every chase, clash, and narrow escape is part of an ancient balance, where survival depends on instinct, experience, and adaptability. The battles fought in these lands are not for glory or dominance, but for continuity. They are silent, brutal struggles that keep the machinery of the wild in motion. Kenya punishes mistakes, yet unveils a fundamental truth in nature. To live is to risk everything. Beneath Kenya's scorching soil, the baboon has learned not only to survive, but to thrive in a relentless wilderness. It moves through the landscape as naturally as the themata grass swaying in the wind, resilient and unyielding. As omnivores, baboons maintain an impressively varied diet. On calm days, they move deliberately, plucking tufts of grass, gathering fallen ripe fruits, digging for roots, and snatching up small insects with enthusiasm. Occasionally, they peel away tree bark to reach the hidden starch within. Yet, when hunger presses hard, their calm gaze transforms into something sharp and dangerous. An ancient instinct awakens, driving them to the darker edge of survival. At this moment, impala calves, fragile and separated from their herds, shift from mere inhabitants of the savanna to targets of fate. Morning light bathes the gray, dust-covered fur of the silent troop in golden hues. An unusual stillness grips the surroundings, as if the earth itself holds its breath before the storm. Many still imagine baboons as peaceful fruit gatherers, but under extreme conditions, they reveal their true nature, capable, determined hunters. Robust bodies, sharp canines, and remarkable cooperation allow them to hunt small prey efficiently. Today's target is an impala calf, vulnerable, isolated, and with little chance of escape. The males lead the hunt, larger, stronger, and with jaws capable of biting with over 200 kilograms of force. They strike first, often along the forest edge, where low vegetation and scattered trees provide perfect cover. In the distance, a female impala and her calf, separated from the herd, move cautiously toward the edge of the thicket. From the very first moments of life, the young impala must learn to stand, run, and hide. In this world, hesitation can be fatal. From the shadows of low bushes, a large male baboon begins to approach. He moves with precision through grass and shade like a seasoned hunter. His sharp eyes and powerful arms reveal experience. Every step is calculated. Then, at the decisive moment, he lunges forward like an arrow released from the bow of survival. The attack lasts only seconds. The baboon grips the calf firmly, pinning it to the ground. When the mother reacts and rushes desperately to its aid, it is already too late. The hunt ends with a plentiful feast. One life is lost, and the troop survives another day. Baboons live in groups known as troops, which can range from a few dozen to hundreds of individuals. Their society is strictly hierarchical. A male's power depends not only on physical strength, but also on social rank, experience, and acceptance within the group. When a female comes into estrus, the atmosphere changes immediately. Her hindquarters swell and take on a deep reddish hue, sending a clear signal to the dominant males. In a world where instinct meets social structure, brute force does not always determine the winner. A young male may succeed through cunning, speed, and precise timing, sometimes altering the established hierarchy. After 6 months of quiet gestation, the female brings new life into the world. Multiple births are nearly impossible in such a harsh environment. The newborn, weighing less than 5 kilograms, immediately clings to its mother's chest. Where maternal love transforms from instinct into a sacred gift, shaped by nature or perhaps by a higher hand into pure affection. Yet motherhood is not a solitary responsibility. Within the troop, caring for and protecting the young is a collective effort. A complex social network surrounds and shields the infants from all angles. Males closely bonded to the mother take part in this duty, watching, defending, and ensuring the survival of the next generation. In this harsh and unforgiving land, trusting too much can be a death sentence. By the unwritten laws of the pride, lions rarely stoop to chase such small prey. Today, hunger has rewritten the rules. With empty stomachs, pride no longer matters. The baboon's confidence begins to falter under the patient gaze of the lion. It's a decision with no easy choice. A parent accepts sacrificing one life to save another. The elder diverts the hungry predator away from its young, safely perched high in a tree. Sometimes survival comes with the heaviest burden of grief, a trauma that can last a lifetime. Nature watches silently, like a fable repeated each day, and even the creator remains quiet. With the return of the rains to the East African savanna, that fragile young one must continue to grow. And now it understands here, survival is everything. The baboon has endured too many losses. This intelligent primate accepts an unspoken pact. At dusk, along the riverbank, something unexpected emerges, a rare alliance between two ancient enemies, the lion and the baboon. A tacit rule is established. The lion will not hunt monkeys, and the monkeys remain silent when the predator approaches. The lion even becomes a protective force for the troop. Thus begins a shadowed alliance, where the lives of others are silently offered to preserve one's own safety. But the leopard is unaware of this pact. As always, it waits for a lapse in vigilance, seizing an opportunity to steal, prey, and feast. Contrasting with this stolen meal comes the baboon's fury and humiliation. It has challenged the great feline. Yet this apparent victory leaves a bitter taste. The cold, sharp fangs of the leopard had already claimed their cruel task before vanishing. Another broken life, another soul quietly leaving the game of survival. Beyond protection, baboons gain freedom to forage within the shared territory. Omnivorous and highly adaptable, they feed on fruits, tender leaves, grass, roots, seeds, tubers, insects, and small animals. This flexible, opportunistic diet is crucial for their survival across diverse habitats in Africa and the Arabian Peninsula. For lions, such prey is too small to matter. The news of the Guardian's fall spreads like a poisoned wind. The Lion King does not see it as a mere hunt. The order for retribution has been given. This is only the beginning. Looking at the leopard now, few would imagine the power it radiated just hours ago. Killing it would be far too easy. Living with shame and a lifetime of fear, that is the true sentence. From above, silent witnesses watched everything unfold. They did not intervene. They simply observed, serene, the bloody conclusion of the spectacle. It is now time to fulfill their duty to the lion. From high vantage points, the troop of baboons takes up their positions as lookouts, long having proclaimed themselves guardians of the plains gateway. One of them spots the hungry leopard prowling the area. Even without any pact, the leopard has always been a natural enemy of the baboons. The same holds true for packs of African wild dogs, lethal hunters with success rates near 80%. The great kudos have learned a vital rule: trust the baboons. Their alarm calls often mean the difference between life and death. Yet these naive herbivores do not realize that by doing so, they place their fate in the hands of the savanna's most unpredictable creatures. Only when the Lion King and Queen awaken will the true nature of the baboons be revealed. The troop splits into action. Some rush to alert the lions, while others remain perched above, watching in silence. They know exactly what is about to unfold. The unfortunate kudu barely has time to realize it has been betrayed. Have the baboons sold their conscience and instincts, honed over millions of years for the sake of temporary peace? At least for themselves. In this world, betrayal can become the highest form of survival wisdom. With the rains now gone, many animals have endured the most generous season of the year. But for Eta, it marks the beginning of desperation. Her body is sculpted for speed, built to outrun danger across the firm. Dry terrain, a perfect hunting machine, now betrayed by the elements. Three empty stomachs wait. Her offspring do not understand. The pressure of hunger and the weight of responsibility push the mother to make an unthinkable choice, enter forbidden territory. If the Lion King discovers the intruder, the cheetah will be torn apart without mercy. Yet before her eyes lies life and the baboons. By the blood pact sealed with the lions, the baboon's duty extends beyond silence. They are also guardians of the food reserves. The vigilance never ceases. The cheetah, though an extraordinary athlete, remains vulnerable. She strives to avoid conflict. At least this time, she faces baboons and not lions. Humiliated, yet still alone, she retains a chance to retreat. But a question hangs in the air: can an alliance born of fear and convenience endure? In the end, it is as fragile as a thin thread, and soon something approaches. The dry season arrives, the air thickens, and dust hangs heavier with each passing day. For some, this is a time to endure. For others, it marks the beginning of life's attrition. The buffalo herds must seek water in higher ground, beginning a brief migration. And this is exactly the moment the lions have been waiting for. Pregnant females carry the hope of the herd, yet in this harsh season, they seem like a burden. Unlike the leaner, swifter lionesses that gave birth at the start of the dry months, these mothers move more slowly, their focus split between survival and the protection of their young. It is also one of the rare times when males fully step into the fray. They no longer rely on the baboon's warnings. Confronted with a declared enemy, the kings of the savannah fight with strength and courage. Coalitions typically consist of 3 or 4 adult males, but a single lion is often enough to bring down a buffalo. The massive herd scatters like a broken swarm. In the chaos, a lone, slow-moving pregnant female lags behind. To a lion, the hunt becomes almost effortless. A precise bite, and the target is secured. A male lion can consume up to 40 kilograms of meat in one sitting. After a deep rest, hunger roars anew. The cubs show signs of fatigue and anxiety. Those who eat last often pay the heaviest price. This time, it is the mother's turn. And yet, she too is driven by hunger, and sometimes there seems to be a strange sense of satisfaction in it. Kenya's landscape is a stunning tapestry of contrasts. Snow-capped mountains rise above scorching plains, while saline lakes host flocks of flamingos, turning these areas into vibrant pockets of life within the savanna ecosystem. This remarkable ecological diversity is shaped by a tropical climate, heavily influenced by the intertropical convergence zone. Two major rainy seasons from March to May and October to December bring relief to the parched lands. Kenya's ecosystem is not only rich in species, but it also bears the marks of millions of years of geological transformations and natural evolution. The forces of nature continue to sculpt this land, making Kenya one of the planet's most iconic and awe-inspiring wild landscapes. The Masai Mara, a crucial part of the vast savanna and grassland system, stretches seamlessly into Tanzania's Serengeti, seemingly endless plains where fields of grass fade into the horizon. Towering acacias punctuate the landscape, their umbrella-like canopies rising from a sea of greenery. The rainy season from March to May signals the renewal of life. This land is also home to legendary predators, the iconic Big Five lions, leopards, African elephants, buffaloes, and black rhinoceroses. They roam these plains year-round, sustaining a vital cycle that never ceases. In 2023, a comprehensive study in the Masai Mara confirmed that the main herbivore species continue to dominate the savanna. Among the vast plains, blue wildebeests lead the count, with an impressive population of 37,281 individuals living rivers of life that move tirelessly in search of fresh grazing and water. Following them are the zebras, numbering 32,358, their striking black and white stripes glinting under the harsh sun, casting lively shadows over the golden grass. African buffaloes reach 11,604 strong, moving fortresses that face the savanna's toughest challenges with unmatched power and resilience. Impalas, graceful and swift, total 10,610, relying on their speed and adaptability to survive each day. Thompson's gazelles, small but tireless. Number 8, 278, evading predators with astonishing bursts of speed. Each of these numbers stands as a testament to the strength and endurance of wildlife. Beneath the relentless sun, these herds are in constant motion, racing against time while confronting both predators and the unpredictable forces of nature. The plains of the Masai Mara become an eternal stage where every creature plays its part. Life continues, carried on the wind, in every blade of grass and in every heartbeat of the wild. In the dark expanse of the Masai Mara, the deep, unmistakable laugh of the spotted hyena echoes across the night, a signature of the predator that rules the shadows. Far from the common notion of being mere scavengers, these remarkable hunters secure nearly 90% of their meals by catching prey on their own. Within the unforgiving savanna, spotted hyenas are among the most intelligent and efficient predators. Their bodies are designed for endurance and long, sustained activity. Females, typically larger, can weigh up to 73 kilograms, while males usually range between 41 and 54 kilograms. Spotted hyenas live in a unique matriarchal society. Unlike any other carnivore, females control every aspect of clan life, and a single clan can number up to 80 members. Leadership is not random. It is inherited and maintained across generations of dominant females. They often hunt in small, coordinated groups, targeting the weak, young, or isolated. Hyenas can sprint at speeds of up to 56 kilometers per hour and maintain long, exhausting chases. Yet their most formidable weapon is their jaw, one of the strongest in the animal kingdom. Capable of crushing bones, a skill very few predators can match. Thanks to their ability to digest skin, cartilage, and even bones, spotted hyenas act as nature's own recycling machines, leaving behind very little after each meal. Their role goes far beyond hunting. By consuming carcasses left by other predators, hyenas perform a vital function in cleaning the ecosystem. This not only helps prevent the spread of disease, but also maintains the delicate balance of the Masai Mara's natural cycles. In the wild, the white-backed vulture has a unique mission. It does not hunt or dive at high speed. Instead, it seeks out the signs of death, beginning its work wherever life ends. Soaring across open landscapes with wings spanning up to 2.6 meters, like flowing ribbons of pale silk, its distinctive pale back has become the emblem of nature's recycler. Below, the plains and open forests unfold, arenas where life and death move in tandem. With remarkable vision, the vulture can detect carcasses from miles away and descend in a quiet, precise spiral. Its strong, hooked beak tears away the remaining soft tissue from animals such as wildebeest, zebra, or buffalo, leaving the bones for other scavengers. Through this, it plays a crucial role in the natural balance. And yet, each flight is more than the end of a cycle. It is a solemn warning, a reminder of the fragile and unpredictable reality of the wild. Thanks to its vast expanse, the Masai Mara supports one of the largest populations of black rhinos on the African continent. In these plains, the southern central black rhinoceros stands as a living relic of ancient strength. Weighing up to 1,360 kilograms, with thick, armor-like skin and horns reaching 1.2 meters, these giants embody raw power and the majesty of a long-forgotten era. Their prehensile, hooked lips allow them to strip leaves, twigs, and shoots from hardy shrubs like acacias, commiphora, and even dry bark. roaming the arid savanna. They navigate a harsh environment in a relentless search for sustenance. Despite their grayish hue, the name black rhino does not reflect color, but the profound weight of their presence and their ancient bond with this land. Once widespread across eastern and southern Africa, from Tanzania to Zimbabwe. And Zambia to South Africa, the species has faced dramatic decline. Today, fewer than 3,000 individuals survive in the wild. The Masai Mara has become one of their last strongholds. A true sanctuary where native black rhinos persist, protected by the vastness of the landscape and strict conservation measures. In just 50 years, this species has lost nearly 90% of its population. Poaching, a silent and relentless predator, has claimed thousands, pushing these majestic creatures to the very edge of extinction. Across the vast savannas of Masai Mara, the Masai giraffe rises with regal elegance, a living tower connecting earth and sky. Standing up to 5.5 meters tall, this graceful giant moves with surprising lightness among the grasslands, its presence impossible to overlook. Its coat, patterned with irregular leaf-shaped patches that stretch across its neck and body, sets it apart from other subspecies, like the reticulated giraffe. Every pattern is unique, a natural signature, carved by evolution. Beneath the shade of acacia trees, where its long neck reaches effortlessly to the highest branches, the Masai giraffe finds its nourishment. A single individual can consume up to 34 kilograms of foliage per day, feeding not only on acacias but also on shrubs like commiphora and terminalia. In the harsh, dry savanna, each leaf is a vital source of energy. Historically, Maasai giraffes roamed extensively from southern Kenya to northern Tanzania, perfectly adapted to savanna and arid climates. Generations traversed the open landscapes of Masai Mara and the Serengeti. Today, however, their numbers have dwindled alarmingly, with fewer than 45,000 individuals remaining in the wild. Their struggle for survival grows ever more challenging, threatened by habitat loss due to agricultural expansion and illegal hunting. In this context, Masai Mara holds extraordinary value. It remains the only reserve in Kenya still home to a native population of black rhinos, unaffected by human relocation. Kenya is a land where survival is measured in seconds, and the line between predator and prey is razor thin. Every encounter, every chase, every escape plays a vital role in maintaining the balance of a world that allows no mistakes. These struggles are not acts of cruelty, they are acts of necessity. They form part of the natural cycle that has sustained life for millennia, a cycle we must understand and protect. If this journey through the wild has captured your imagination, give us a like and subscribe to Wild Call TV to continue exploring the real stories of the animal kingdom.